This is a quick video to cover how to find primary sources using the Hacker Library databases that are in your library guide. So if you go to step 3, locating and using primary sources, I encourage you to watch this video first. It's going to go into much more in depth what those primary research articles are, and it's going to be really helpful before you start searching. And then you have 3 databases here to choose from. So depending on your topic, you'll see that there are focuses here that they are looking at in terms of science and medicine, or humanities, social sciences, or biology, chemistry, engineering, technology. So depending on your topic, that will determine which will be the best database for you. I'm going to do a search on COVID-19, so I'm going to use this first database here because it's focusing on science and medicine. So I'm going to put in COVID-19 as my search term, and that is going to bring up a lot of results. So one of the things that you will be working on when you are doing your research is trying to figure out ways to narrow your search and make it more specific. So as I go through my results, one of the things that I am seeing, that I remember hearing some stuff in the news about, is vitamin D and how vitamin D is related to people who are surviving COVID-19 and their success rates. So I'm going to do a search here for COVID-19 and vitamin D. And what you'll see here on the left-hand side, in any of the databases that you're looking at, will have something similar here where they'll talk about article type. So with those primary articles, we are wanting to find research articles. We want to find original research where the person who is writing the article is the same person that actually did the research. So we wouldn't want to be focusing on review or encyclopedia or book chapter article options, because those are going to be compiling a lot of different information. They're not going to be giving you that original research. So I'm going to click on research articles. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this first one. And for your articles, what I would recommend is go ahead and click on the PDF. And that is going to give you the opportunity to look at these articles more in depth and make sure that they have the sections that you're looking for with a primary article. So what I'm looking for in this is to see if it has those sections. The video talks about it a little bit more in depth. But looking and seeing if it has things like an abstract, method, the sample, the participants that they're using, things like results and discussions, that is going to let me know that this is something where they are doing original research and they are putting all of that information out there, what method they used, what kind of participants or study sample they used. You'll often see like charts and graphs where they lay out their information, and then the end will be results and discussion. So this one definitely looks like it is a primary research article. And when you're using some of these sources, they can be a little bit challenging to read. They are often dense. They are written by experts in the field, often with the purpose of sharing research for other researchers in the field. So some of the language and terminology they're using is going to be really science specific. So some reading strategies with these types of articles, I always go and read the abstract first. This is a summary of the article. This one is great because it has a little summary of each of those sections, what their aim was, what their methods were, the results, and the conclusion. It's going to give you a good idea of what the article is about. And then read the introduction. That's going to set the stage, tell you what they are researching. And then skip to the end and read the discussion. This is going to tell you what they found and what their results meant. So kind of concluding all of that information. So once you have that baseline, you can go back and look more in depth at how they set up their study, what materials, what methods, all of those details. And they're going to make a lot more sense now that you have those basics of what they are covering and what they found in their study. So I'm back on the original page where I clicked on that PDF. ScienceDirect is one of the databases that the library has that doesn't generate citations for you. So some of the databases, they're nice, they give you the citation. Some of them you're going to have to put together the information for the citation yourself. One of the things that you can do to help yourself out in this database is if you click on Cite, it doesn't give you a citation, but it does give you a text version here that has those pieces of the citation organized a little bit easier so that you can pull them out. So these are all the pieces of the citation that you would need to put together that APA citation. And if we go back to your library guide, there is a tab here for citing sources, and there's a tab here for APA citations. It's going to give you a lot of helpful resources of how to put together those pieces of the citation. If this is your first time doing APA citations, please don't stress about it. This is something that I am more than happy to help you with, or any of the librarians. So if you are having challenges with it, please reach out to one of us. So just a quick overview. Please send me any questions that you have. You can post them in the discussion board, or you can contact me directly.